A couple of weeks ago, the National Weather Service in Duluth issued a winter weather advisory. I was on the island of Molokai, Hawaii. There, the National Weather Service in Honolulu issued a high surf advisory. While you were shoveling snow, I was ankle-deep in sand, capturing the sound of the waves. I can see Diamond Head, some 26 miles to the west. My view of Oahu is sometimes obscured by the 6-foot waves. I can see whales jumping in the Kaiwi Channel. Papahaku Beach stretches for nearly 3 miles, and I can see 6 people. Say tropical paradise, and this is what our brains conjure. This is what we dream of. Surf, palm trees, sand, sun, gigantic plants and flowers, the joyous call of the birds. Imagine heaven. Molokai is a fine island. We returned to a good old Minnesota blizzard, and I wondered again, why do we live here, at least in the winter? It's a question I've been asking myself for decades. Molokai is the least visited of the Hawaiian Islands. The locals have chosen not to embrace tourism. A hand-painted sign asks us to visit, spend, go home. We didn't spend much because there weren't many opportunities. The only franchise I saw was the Alamo car rental. And we drove almost every paved road on the island and burned just over half a tank of gas. Internet and cell service were spotty at best. Why would anyone come back to winter in Minnesota? It's a legitimate question. My friends who live on the Big Island tell us it's not unusual for folks to return to the mainland after 2 to 3 years. Rock fever, they call it. Even the Big Island isn't that big, and after a few months, you've seen about all there is to see. Sure, you can fly to most places in the U.S. in about 12 hours, but it's a long series of flights and not inexpensive. Folks find that grandkids are more important than sunshine and beaches. Say what you will about Minnesota weather, but it's not boring. From what I can tell, the easiest job in the world is weather forecaster in Hawaii. Here's your forecast for the next 1,000 years. Partly cloudy with a chance of a shower, high of 80, low of 68. I don't think any TV station bills itself as Hawaii's Weather Authority. I like cartoons and comics. I read about 30 a day, so I can say with some authority that the most common theme is a guy stranded on a tiny tropical island. Being marooned on an island is a thing people think about. In the movie Castaway, Tom Hanks lived for several years on an uncharted atoll, surviving on seafood and coconut water. He was alone with his thoughts and a volleyball he named Wilson. It could have been filmed at Papahaku Beach. Paradise? No, he eventually risked death to escape. Poet John Dene wrote, "No man is an island. We are social beings. We need each other, and islands can be isolating. It is a recharge place for us introverts, but it's not always a healthy way or place to live." We think of an island as land surrounded by water, but one definition says an island is an isolated place of habitat surrounded by a dramatically different habitat. If you're snowed in your home in Minnesota, you can think of your home as an island. I see the United States as an island, not in a geographic sense, but socially. I note that we have not adopted the metric system of measurement, even though it is immeasurably easier than our arbitrary imperial system. Well, there are 2 other countries, Myanmar and Liberia. We haven't changed because we don't have to. We are on a social island. Our island has kept us safe. Germany and Japan found it nearly impossible to attack us in the last century. And that all changed with the arrival of intercontinental ballistic missiles. When I was a kid, we practiced duck and cover, pretending it would keep us safe. We're not so islandy anymore. We are experiencing day 2 of a blizzard, and I'm snowed in at home. I'm enjoying great coffee, movies, and creating this piece for you to muse on. My own private island. Soon it will be time for me to put on my winter battle gear and fire up the snowblower. In the meantime, I'm going to enjoy my memories of Hawaii. Papahaku Beach. Look, you can see whales.